Hello, I'm Professor Pamela Gillies and I'm the President and Vice-Chancellor of Glasgow Caledonian University. We are ever so proud to be a Prime Champion institution, and I would like to congratulate all the members of the global Prime community on her 10th birthday. At our university, we're actively committed to the delivery of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. In this, we are strongly supported by our Chancellor, Nobel laureate Professor Mohamed Yunus, who is a member of the United Nations Advocacy Group for the Sustainable Development Goals. And we believe that we're the only university in the higher education sector so far which has the SDGs as the foundation for its research strategy. Our strategic research purpose to deliver global and local social impact and benefit through a coherent, multidisciplinary and collaborative approach provides an evidence base for our principles of responsible management education. Prime has undoubtedly been an important inspiration in the development of Glasgow Caledonian University, and I'm sure this is true for all the partners of the Prime network.
My name's Cam Donaldson. I'm Pro Vice-Chancellor for Research and Innovation here at Glasgow Caledonian University. I actually find it hard to choose a particular SDG to support because I find that when we act on one, we act on them all. I chose this particular one on good health and well-being because what we find is when we act on that, we're able to have an impact on all sorts of other SDGs at the same time. And that's actually the beauty of the Sustainable Development Goals.
My name's Angela Hagen. I'm a researcher with WISE, the Women in Scotland's Economic Research Centre here at Glasgow Caledonian University. The Sustainable Development Goals, and particularly SDG 5 on gender equality, is central to our work on women's economic empowerment and women's economic independence. Our research focuses on care and the centrality of care and the good provision of public services to secure women's economic independence, not just in Scotland but globally.
Hello, I'm Alison Brittain. I'm Professor of Healthcare and Medical Law here at Glasgow Caledonian University. I work out from the School of Business and Society. Health's an interesting concept because there is no other area that people and citizens of any nation state feel so passionately about. So I suppose you could say that my role in particular is interested in sustainable goal number 16, justice, peace and strong institutions. Through my role, I work with the Scottish Government, I work with the Law Society of Scotland, and I work with organisations who all work together to ensure that the provision of healthcare in Scotland and in collaboration with nation states overseas is as fair and equitable as it possibly can be.
Hello, my name's Craig Thompson. I'm a senior lecturer in sustainability and the built environment. I'm also programme leader for the BSc in Environmental Management degree course. I support the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 13, which is called Climate Action. Climate action is particularly relevant to my research, but also the development of our environmental management programme at Glasgow Caledonian. Students taking the environmental management programme, we're seeking for them to become the future environmental professionals, and climate change will play a significant part of that journey as they seek to become experts in mitigation of climate change but also adaptation.
My name's Jenny Jackson and I'm part of the Nutrition and Dietetics team here at GCU. We make specific reference to the Sustainable Development Goals when we're teaching our students about public health. Nutrition actually ties into quite a few of them. However, Sustainable Development Goal number 2, Zero Hunger, is particularly important to me because malnutrition remains one of the biggest hurdles to actually achieving development in a lot of countries worldwide. Around 1 in 9 people are actually undernourished, and if we could achieve food sustainability, achieve enough food for everyone through sustainable farming methods, this would be a huge step in improving the lot of many people throughout the world.
Hello, I'm Hinton Emmanuel, Professor of Sustainable Design and Construction and Director of the Built Environment Asset Management Centre. I work on the climatic consequences of urban growth. This has consequences to the sustainable cities and communities, by which it contributes to the human health, well-being, building energy consumption, and thereby the quality of health. This is a bigger challenge in the global south where the climate consequences of cities and their growth is intense.
I'm Dr. Anita Meldrum. I'm Assistant Head of Department for Sustainable Environments and Communities in the School of Engineering and Built Environment. I support the Sustainable Development Goals, and in particular number 6, which is about water and sanitation for everyone. It supports the human rights to water access and sanitation, and my research area deals with community engagement and providing information through geographical information systems to support decision making in local communities in the developing world about water and sanitation projects.
I'm Tony Hilton and I'm Dean of the Glasgow School for Business and Society. As a school, we're committed to all of the Sustainable Development Goals and build them into our curriculum in order to develop responsible leaders. I am particularly involved in achieving a quality of education for all. With my colleagues, I work in partnership with local high schools in areas of multiple deprivation in order to foster inspiration and self-belief in pupils, encouraging them to stay on at school, get an education that will transform their lives.
My name is Joan Mackendrick and I'm a Professor in the Scottish Poverty and Information Unit in the Glasgow School for Business and Society. I believe in tackling poverty. Sustainable Development Goal number 1, tackling poverty in all its forms, everywhere. So what does that mean here at GCU? Well, 1, it means we practice what we preach. We're a living wage employer. MD that works for GCU is paid at a level which means they can live beyond poverty. 2, we preach. We teach our students about what poverty means to them. Regardless of what their interests are, we believe that tackling poverty is their business. And 3, we research. We assist others that are tackling poverty in Scotland to do that work that bit more effectively. So what are you going to do to achieve Sustainable Development Goal number 1?
My name's Alec Grice. I'm GSBS Lead for the Common Good and the University's representative in Global Prime Networks. Over the last 18 months, our focus has shifted from ethics, sustainability and responsible management to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. In terms of the future, here at GCU, our plan is related to SDG 17, and that's building partnerships for the goals, because we've got to do this together. Our focus is going to be in 2 areas. First of all, we're going to be doing this internally by integrating the work of our 3 schools across the university, but in addition to that, we're going to be leveraging our international partnerships and doing this externally in a range of networks. Here at GCU, we take pride in Prime.